We're at episode 168 of the prelude of the Attitude Era series. We're now into the Attitude Era series. Many of you have been watching all the way throughout. Thank you. We've been keeping track for 103 episodes now, with WWE beating WCW 75 times on Raw and WCW beating WWE 28 times on Nitro. So pretty much I just take the show rating instead of the actual ratings, because that's just easier to do. Like, what's the better show? And we've been crushing them. Definitely at the end of TEW 2013 and beginning of TEW 2016, they were beating us pretty good. So we're playing. They were playing catch up, but we're so far ahead. We're smashing them, and it's just something that I figured I'd continue to point out. We are going to be on the show. Stone Cold, No, and Hard here trade insults. Pretty much a back and forth over the title match that they're going to have in 2 weeks. And July 1st, the Sunday of July 1st. So pretty much the story is Owen won King of the Ring. People are chasing after Stone Cold, and we're just continuing that. It's not a very extensive storyline. It's not a very big storyline. It's not going to be a very long storyline. It's just transitional, I guess. But Owen's a hell of a competitor. They're going to have a hell of a match. And Owen's putting up a lot of ratings so far with getting his pretty big push now, and we've been really looking at the past couple of weeks of who's going to be the top heel going forward. I mean, Candido this year has been on fire since Mania. He's been fused with Mankind, Stone Cold. Now he's in feud with Umaga. So we gave him, the top two baby faces, top two out of the three baby faces. Now we're giving an upper mid card heel where Chris Candido is probably the number 2 heel. I'd say right now. I'd say it goes Taker, Candido, Triple H, and on the babyface side, Stone Cold, Rock, Mankind, and that's just that. All right, so from there we go to backstage. Xpac is up to Vince McMahon. Storm says he wants Undertaker tonight. Vince says you got it. Pretty much laughing at him for come on, it's Xpac feuding with not feuding, fighting Undertaker. And Undertaker, this is his first Raw match this year, I believe. Really putting that over. Then we go straight into tag team action with The Godfather and Ahmed Johnson versus ENC. This is a time killer, but not only that, testing out tag teams with The Godfather. Ahmed Johnson, him do not work well as a team, but I found one that fits The Godfather gimmick better, and it will be debuting next week. It's been one of the guys in developmental for a while, and you guys will really enjoy it. And then the whole reason of that match was just so the Dudleys can get involved and put Ahmed Johnson, Godfather. I'd say just Ahmed Johnson, protect that. Or no, we could even do Godfather. It's no big deal. Pretty much to get him on the show again. Bubba's hurt, not put him in in-ring action, so he gets hurt even more. And we're starting to get the table storyline, which is just their storyline until they come back. And I think they're gonna feud with a new tag team that I discovered. Because our babyface tag teams are Kane and X-Pac, Hardys, Rabid Dog, Road Dogg and Batista, and the Headbangers. I think we're going to have the Godfather and another guy be the 5th team. The heel side we have Marvelous Ones, Mark Maron, Mike Barton, Dudleys, Edge and Christian, APA as the Acolytes right now. The Corporation, which is Ken Shamrock, Umaga, and let's see, Lance Storm, Matt Bloom, but they're pretty much separate right now. Lance Storm's getting on a singles run. It's just that. So pretty much, our tag division's stacked, which it wasn't back then, which it was back then, but really stacked around 99, because back then you even had Triple H, Mankind, Kane and X-Pac, Undertaker, Big Show, Dudleys, Edge and Christian, Hardys. That's 16 is the top of my head who... Maybe not the Hardys so much time they weren't that over yet, but like 2 months from now, 99, WWE's tag team division was the best it ever was. Go back and look at the August 1999's end of July, following the ladder match Edge and Christian where they really got over. You really see how great their tag team wrestling was. Following that, we just have back and forth with Val Venus, Lance Storm, Goldust and D'Lo Brown, pretty much a back and forth. This is just the beginning show opening thing that we use sometimes. It's just them trading words, and they will be in tag action tonight with Val and Goldust, Storm and D'Lo. I think Val and Goldust feuded before. I don't remember. but I think that would be, a weird tag team because you got Goldust, who is a weirdo, Alvinus, who's a porn star, the Un-American Lance Storm, and D'Lo's just pretty much cocky. That's his gimmick. Basic. From there, we have Taz versus Al Snow, and during the match, we had Bob Holly attack Taz, beating him up. Al Snow is getting a little bit of a heel run here. He's feuding with Mankind and really getting that, and I think we have the angle after that. Alright, let's go next segment. Here we have Al Snow and Mankind just ended up brawling. Mankind comes in, he gets in Al's face, like, why? Like, has his arms out, like, why? What the hell? Al pushes him, maybe hits him with head, and they just brawl back and forth. Not a long feud. Needed another upper mid-card heel, changing, matches. Now we can have Al Snow feud, or not feud, I'm sorry. Have matches with Rock, Stone Cold, and so forth, just for main event reasons, because definitely we're going to have SmackDown pretty soon here. I'm thinking following the pay-per-view, we're going to debut it right before or not. Alright, from there we go to the Marvelous Ones cut a promo challenging Hardy Boys to a match. And pretty much this is just a basic tag feud. Marvelous Ones are the arrogant veterans facing the rookie Hardys. And we're just going to have, this is the angle for them tonight. And that's that. From here we have Goldust and Val Venis versus Un-Americans. Instead of what's called D'Lo, we had Matt Bloom come in, give these two tag team experience to use that to get a good rating. And during the match we had D'Lo Brown actually distract Val Venis, causing Lance Storm to get a super kick on what's called Goldust and get the 1-2-3. Huh. Looks like I found a new team here. So I if I don't have plans for singles, I'll throw people in tag teams, and this could be a quality tag team down the line, and just something that I'm gonna have to take note of. Here we have Vince McMahon is with Chris Candido. He says he's punishing him, and he had enough of Candido's recent actions. So Chris Candido versus Umaga will happen at the next pay-per-view. What the hell is it called? I think it's like Unforgiven or something. And Candido versus Umaga, yes, it's a heel versus heel match, but I think it's not going to be the upper echelon of the card. It's going to be something that we just do to give Candido a storyline here to get him transition to the next big storyline, because we just had him go Stone Cold. We need to have him go down a little bit before he can go up again. From there we have Umaga bust in. Him and Chris end up brawling a little bit. 88 rating, that's pretty hell of a rating, definitely considering Umaga's not the most over guy in the company. He's around 70, Candido's around 90. Here we have our first video package, hyping Chris Jericho's debut. Pretty much not the greatest rating, that's fine. Have big plans for Jericho. He's pretty much the whole reason. He's going to replace Brian Pillman's spot for now, I think. Replace meaning that arrogant heel who could be upper mid-card, and main eventing. Next, we go to Kane versus Bradshaw. APA attacked Kane last week. Now we have Kane get some, win back, and just get that win back and so forth. And then we get right into Triple H versus Rikishi. Triple H versus Rikishi ends with Triple H getting Ace Crusher. If you remember, he was attacked last week by Triple H. Rikishi was attacked by Triple H. I didn't know these two have good chemistry. I'm not surprised by that, because they do. I talked about it last week where they had a hell of a match, and you guys should definitely look it up if you're ever bored. It's like 10-15 minute match, and the crowd was super into it. It's crazy. From there we have The Rock run in, Rock Bottom, Triple H. Alright, next we go to backstage. E and C are attacked by Road Dogg and Batista. This is to give Xpac some backup in the match going forward. Kane would have took out Bradshaw and Farouk. Now we have Edge and Christian taken out. Abyss has mysteriously disappeared. We throw Gangrel in here too. We don't really use him that much. He's not too over. His popularity is kind of capped, and so forth. Then we go X-Pac going out to Kane. He says, "Look, man, I want your help tonight against Undertaker. I don't need it. I really appreciate if you just stay out." And then we have Kane versus X-Pac, and it ends with Undertaker versus X-Pac, and we have the Undertaker get the win here. I hot-shotted this a little bit. I don't think this isn't definitely over. It was more or less to try it out and see what we'd get. I think this would be a hell of a match with Undertaker's beating down X-Pac, X-Pac getting up, being that underdog babyface. that he was so good at the time, and I think this is just something to see here, and it's a good main event for Raw. And that's what I really cared about. All right, 89. Let's see. I'd take it. I'm just looking at the ratings and stuff. But next week we're gonna have the Godfather debut as tag partner. You guys can probably predict who it is. Maybe not. I don't know. Also, what else? It's the Get Home show for the pay-per-view. That I'm gonna look up the name right now. See that? It's just In Your House 16. All right, well we'll change that eventually. And I said a couple weeks ago that Billy Gunn is still alive in the game, and I wasn't lying. So I'm not gonna bring him back out of purposes for obvious reasons. I'm just gonna let him go. I think it's funny that he died, but now he's back. Yeah, and I could delete him, I guess, but we're just not in any hurry to. Okay, Triple H, Val Venus, natural talker. I agree with that. Val Venus is wow. Val Venus, D'Lo Brown getting praise from a lot of guys. Then let's look and see WCW's rating. Oof, man. Vader versus Ric Flair. That was probably, I don't know. They probably did that in 92. All right, let's look. Who's better in Canyon? Sting and Norton. This is a solid show. Davey Boy, they haven't used that much, and then Hogan's in the opener. That's crazy. So that's gonna be it for this episode. This is episode 168, and we're now 76 over WCW. If I haven't been doing pay-per-views because that wasn't a pay-per-view war back then, and just to do that. So episode 104 of us recording this, I should go back and look who won then, so forth, but I don't think it does anything. They probably would have crushed me, so maybe I will. I'll go looking back to TEW 2013 if I get a chance. Super busy, end of summer here, so I thank you guys for watching, and have a good one.